own private use, as well, anyway, other things of that nature. I wanted to talk about epilepsy and a few other related stuff, and vitamins and minerals. In fact, because I'm epileptic and I wanted people to know about myself in general. I've been epileptic since the age of 3 years of age. I had a virus called viral encephalitis, which was diagnosed to me, and ended up with a brain injury, or what they used to call, which is near the center of the brain, used to be called the Circle Willis. Now, Circle Willis today is a totally different place, but I have a brain injury around the middle of my center of my brain. And I'm allergic to all anti-epileptic drugs, including Dilantin and phenobarbital and all the analogs. And I can't have Valium by mouth, and I can have only injectable Valium. Well, because of this, I have been in and out of the hospitals from the age of 3 to the age of 13, and I had seizures left and right until we found a mineral called chelated magnesium. Now, what chelated magnesium actually does is it takes the cells that have been damaged or that have had seizure-related activity and covers those cells so that when they rub up against the cells that are good, won't cause the chemical and electrical reactions that cause a grand mal, petit mal, or other seizure activities. Chelated magnesium was a study at the University of Texas and done in Galveston in 1966 to 67. Done by Dr. Oscar Rasmussin and Dr. Soraskin, who were two doctors in these books called Who's Who in America and Who's Who in the United States in the medical field. Now, I, for one, am not a doctor, and I can't diagnose anybody, or I can't tell what people kind of pills to take and how much to take, but I can tell you exactly what I take for my seizures and my seizure control. I'd like to introduce you to a product called chelated magnesium. Now, the reason it's got to be chelated magnesium is because chelated magnesium used for seizure control, actually 85 to 90% of the magnesium, because it's chelated in a chelated form, stays in the body longer and keeps you from having seizures. Now, this is the product that I use for my seizure and seizure control. It's called, I don't know if you can see it too well, but it is from this particular company. I use for my particular seizures, since no more than 1,250 milligrams a day, if not 1,500 milligrams a day, and it doesn't have any problems with the seizure control. But I'll tell you exactly what I use it for. I use this for my epilepsy, and because my epilepsy is controlled with this, I haven't had a seizure since the age of 13, when I was located in Deming, New Mexico. Now, the reason why the last seizure I had in Deming, New Mexico was because of a selenium being poured in water from Silver City, which was coming down from the mountains in that area. They were pouring selenium into the water, and basically I had too high of selenium in content, and because of that, I had to leave Deming, New Mexico. Now, the last major seizure was when I was 13, and today I'm almost 50 years of age. I'd say that's close to 27 years without a grand mal seizure for seizure activity. The last petit mal seizure I had was about 5 years ago due to stress. And I want to let you know that most seizures and seizure activity and control usually comes around mostly at night. So if you're going to have grand mal seizures, that's what you need to know about. Now, I myself, like I say, I take about 1,500 milligrams a day, 1,250 to 1,500 milligrams a day. Now, since I do take this stuff, how much is that in way of pills? Well, that's anywhere between 5 to 6 pills a day, which means I take 2 in the morning, 1 for lunch, 1 for dinner, and 2 at night before I go to bed. Because of this product, and I know it works, the treatment has been known works. Now, Dr. Oscar Rasmussin, who came up with this idea, was from Zion, Illinois Hospital. And Dr. Soraskin, if I remember right, was from Atlanta, Georgia, and done the research work at that time period. Now, I can't promise you that you won't have seizures or anything of that nature, but I do know that chelated magnesium works unlike these other products that have all kinds of side effects. Now, chelated magnesium, the only side effect that I know of, until you get used to taking this vitamin mineral supplement for your seizure control, is going to make you sleepy because it's a natural relaxant. That's what magnesium actually is a relaxant. It'll actually make your body and make you sleepy until you get used to it. I'm usually relaxed anyway because of the seizure control and seizure activity that I have. But because I take this particular product, and I mean this particular product here, I don't have the seizure and seizure problems that I had before. And so since I'm not a doctor and I can't tell you what to take, I'm telling you this much: I'd rather take something that's safe than take something that's not safe, like marijuana or some of the drugs that people out there take for epileptic seizures. I'd rather take something that's safe than being sorry. I'd rather have something that takes care of my seizures and keeps me from having them so I can drive. And I'm going to let you know, this is the truck that I use, that I drive around in. That's right, I drive that, and I'm epileptic, and I haven't had a seizure. And this other vehicle here, I own as well. And yet, people with seizures are not allowed to drive. Well, because I take this particular product and hadn't had a seizure for close to 27 years, this product right here, I can drive a vehicle. Now, I might not be driving a new vehicle, but they're mine, and I do get to drive and go to school and go to college. I live a normal life. How many of you epileptics out there can say that you live a normal life with the Dilantin and phenobarbital and all these other particular drugs that are related to that? How many of you can say you can drive a vehicle and everything else and live a decent life without it? Anyway, I'm just telling you that this is what I use to take care of my seizure control. Now, I'm not saying it's going to work on you, but it sure does work on me. Anyway, I'm not making any money off of this. I just wanted to show you what I'm using, and I wanted to let you know that I can drive a car, because most people have epilepsy, grand mal seizures, can't. So all I ask is you try it and give it a chance and see if it makes a difference in your life. You thank you and have a very nice day. Bye.